Ever since being on Beast Games, we have both been getting an endless amount of questions, and today we're going to be answering your guys' most burning questions about Beast Games Season 2. And we have Catey here with us to help answer all these questions. I know you've been getting a lot.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
And the first question we have is for you, Catey. Catey, do you have hard feelings with Nick and Jack? Referring obviously to Jack lying to you.
No, we're all good. I think that it's all gameplay. I think they're good moves and they had their reasons, so I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What have you spent your prize money on so far?
I got a car.
Yeah.
I got a car.
So if you guys didn't know, T-Mobile gave us both $5,000 and they gave, Jimmy gave us each $1,000. So we each have $6,000. So you bought a car. What car did you get?
I just put it into one of my cars, but I got a Chevy Blazer.
What do you mean one of your cars? You have multiple cars?
Right now, but
Rich
I'll be
flex.
selling what?
I spent it on this studio. I thought it'd be a fun way to just invest back in the content. So I spent that prize money on the studio. What was the hardest part of adjusting back to normal life? That's a good one.
Ooh, well, I mean, for me, I just didn't have any answers. I didn't have understanding of what the frick happened and why I was eliminated. And so I had a lot of processing to do. But after you guys came out, I got some clarity. So I think it took a long time for me to adjust.
100%. I think for me, it was getting back into the world of having a phone, having technology, having responsibilities, and then also like just missing the competition and hanging out with my friends, because I mean at the end of the day we all became friends and we're just hanging out all day every day having fun and competing for $5 million.
No phone was so incredible in the city.
Genuinely my favorite part about Beast Games, I think, was not having a phone.
Me too.
So lesson for you in there. How mad was Catey when she got eliminated?
I wasn't mad. I was sad.
Yeah.
I was heartbroken, literally, both ways.
Yeah.
But
you were probably confused too.
I was betrayed. I felt betrayed, truly. I wasn't mad though. Yeah.
Who was your favorite of Jimmy's boys? Chandler, Carl, Nolan, Madge.
Nolan. Shout out Nolan.
I would say Carl, which
Carl was funny.
I think Carl was hilarious. I mean, they're all great, but I think Carl was my favorite.
I think Nolan's my favorite.
He was very fun.
He is my favorite.
What was your guys' favorite and least favorite games you've had to play so far in the show?
You go first.
My favorite and least favorite were probably the cubes. I don't know if that's a cop-out answer, but I think the cubes were so fun because it's the first time where I got to get creative with social strategy and kind of manipulate the situation. But it was also least favorite because I was genuinely scared. Nick went in there and he was like super confident. He was having a blast. But I was kind of like nervous, just like, how are we both going to get out of here?
I don't know why you were nervous.
Because we didn't have a plan. We didn't have a plan.
I just knew you guys were coming out of that cube. I had no doubt at all,
well,
truly.
I'm glad you were confident at least.
Cubes were my least favorite just because it was pretty boring. Me and Ethan didn't really know each other. There was only two of us. It was very stale. But my favorite is the first challenge, hands down.
Very
best
cool
adrenaline
challenge.
rush.
Yeah.
Like most physically taxing, I feel like, for myself. I mean,
Same.
maybe the polls were, but I don't know. That one was incredible.
I feel like it was super creative too.
Yeah,
I
very
love that
creative.
idea. When will you wrestle Nick? I'm assuming this is a question for me. We actually may or may not. we may or may not have something in the works. Do you guys have any way to listen to music if you wanted to, or is it a full music detox?
Well, I had the opportunity to do the silent disco while you guys were gone. That was the first time I got to hear music in a while, but no music the whole time.
Yeah, so for us, sometimes on the bus rides, they would play music occasionally. And then when I flew to Fiji while she was having her silent disco, on the plane, I actually listened to a ton of Drake and Ariana Grande. I remember specifically because they had music on the plane we could listen to. So when we were in the city, no music aside from silent disco. And then when we traveled, things like that, sometimes we got it here and there. But that was kind of nice too.
It was.
Definitely missed it, but it was kind of nice. Whose elimination hit you the hardest besides Catey? For me, I would say Josh. Happened right in front of me. I was closer than that. That was tough. What about for you?
I mean, I would say Josh and Pilar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. I think the Pilar one didn't hit me as hard.
Are you sure it wasn't Jonas? Jonas, you almost cried.
Jonas was hard too, but he got $100,000. So it's like.
But you almost cried. It was the hardest for you.
Jonas's maybe was the hardest. I don't know. They were both hard, but yeah. What were your guys' favorite mementos from the show the public might not know about?
Oh, definitely my Feastables blanket, which doesn't really show it in the show, but
rare item.
When they were, I don't think anybody got one. We did a little campfire. He brought up the blankets and he left them, so I definitely took one of those home. Very soft.
I think I'll go with this. I like this. I got a $100 stack of ones. This is prop money signed by Mr. Beast, so that's pretty cool. But we both got a lot of cool things. Maybe comment below if you want this. We'll make a second video showing off all the different things we took because we both took a lot of things. Did having Catey's family there make it easier for her eliminations? A little context here, Catey got eliminated the night that our families came, and so they actually had her family there as well. So what was that like?
That was the best surprise because I was so broken, and so I think that being alone in a hotel room would have been really tough. And the second I got out there, they were like, well, we have good news. Your fiance and your twin sister are here. And it made me break down even more, but in a good way, because I'm like, thank goodness I have some support right now. So that was a great treat.
All right, this is from a fellow contestant, Aura. Out of the top 11, who would you two have voted out other than Briley and Tyler and Catey, obviously? So picture this. The scene is Briley and Tyler are out. You and I are captains. Who are we eliminating? Top 11.
Jim, Monica.
Only one person.
It's
top 11.
Fudge.
I would go Jim or Monica because 2 reasons. We didn't know them as well as anybody else, and they were 2 of the best competitors.
Monica was a great competitor.
So I think probably Monica in theory. Just
but
because she's...
what about the coin wouldn't have changed your mind in any way?
Ooh, so maybe we would take out Jim because Monica would be weaker without Jim. That sounds
no, she
horrible.
wouldn't be weaker without Jim.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Well, it could have tore her up a little bit.
I'd say probably Jim or Monica just because out of the top 11, we both knew them the least amount, and they were the best competitors.
I don't know. Maybe since, JC gave Monica the coin, maybe Monica could give it to Jim.
Who knows? Did it hurt you when Catey was eliminated? So I did actually know Catey was going to get eliminated prior to elimination.
Everybody did, apparently.
Yeah. It really did bum me out. Because it was one of those things where I didn't really have a lot of control in the situation, obviously. But it was like, once it was decided, it was just kind of like I had to come to peace with it. But it was definitely very difficult. Starbucks order today. We did not get Starbucks today. But what's your Starbucks order?
I like the vanilla latte. I'm pretty simple.
I'll do like a brown sugar shaken oat milk espresso. That's what I got 2 days ago.
Oh, their ham and cheese croissants are really good, but they didn't have that in the city.
Yeah. How do you feel staying away from home? How did you feel staying away from home?
Actually, the first 3 weeks were really easy because you're in game mode so hardcore that you're just excited. And then towards the end, when it started to get a little more taxing mentally, then you started to miss your family for sure.
I think the week, because episode 6 was filmed across a week, that was the hardest. Once we made top 13, because things slowed down, it was like, oh my goodness, I really lose my family. Like getting back from the island, then on forward was really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
How was it meeting Jimmy for the first time? Do you remember first meeting him?
I was starstruck. I was like so nervous. He looked so perfect teeth, perfect skin. Like, I'm just saying he did. And then you get a little more comfortable and he's just a regular person.
Yeah. Do you remember your first interaction with him? I remember, so we had a dinner in Vegas before we started filming and he walked in and that was like a crazy moment of like, that's Jimmy, that's Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
But I didn't talk to him. Did you talk to him about that? So what's the first time you talked to him? I do remember my first interaction.
What?
When he walked down from the money pile, he dapped up Nick. Said, how you guys doing? What are you guys up to? And we're like, oh, we were good. And I was like,
I feel like I got more of acknowledgement from him after my fall. Then he started making jokes at me and stuff.
Yeah. Was the Buried Alive challenge hard? Guess you'll have to wait and see. Now that you're eliminated, if you were in the position to click the button for 1 mil, would you?
Yes, 100%.
You'd send me home?
I would, but that is why I never tried to be in a position to be a captain because I love my team so much and I just didn't even want to do that to them. So I didn't even try. But if I was, 100% I would have clicked that button.
That's a fair perspective. For Catey, has she talked with Monica about getting her heart smashed since the show began?
Yeah. Also, Monica reached out, sent me a really cool message, which I think I read that on the podcast, which is on his YouTube. And she's cool. Again, I don't blame Monica. Honestly, it was more Nick. I felt that the betrayal. And then diving deeper into that, it was Jack's fault. It wasn't any of their fault. So it was what it was. It was what it was.
That's just gonna stay in. I'm not gonna lie. Auguste, have you talked to Vance? I have not really talked to him about it directly, but we have spoken, and I don't think he's upset. I think he gets it.
What have you spoken about?
Just in text. I texted him the day before and said, "Hey man, like all love, bro. Like we just want to get out of there." But he's not upset at all. He's commented on our post.
Has he said anything about his edit? About seeing everybody kind of say something?
No, he hasn't. But I did feel bummed for him with that. Why was Monica crying so much on episode 6?
Was that my episode?
Yeah.
No, mine was 7.
Yeah, but
is that what they're talking about? I don't know. We should ask Monica. I don't know. Maybe it's because she saw somebody that's really upset in front of her. I am a sympathy crier as well, so it could be that, but that was a little confusing for me as well.
Yeah. I think they mean like, did you have a therapist? Yes.
We have Dr. Barry.
Dr. Barry.
Amazing. Right? We lean on him as much as we can.
Shout out to Dr. Barry and the Mr. Beast team just for putting that together because they actually have a therapist there because obviously there's a lot of emotion on the games. Dr. Barry is the coolest dude. We still both talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
The show was filmed 8 months ago. I still talk to the guy on a weekly basis.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great. Over or under 100 Feastables eaten?
Under.
Yeah. I think there are some people that were probably over, potentially.
Oh, Jim.
Tyler and Jim. Tyler had a lot
so
too.
many, yeah.
I think they probably had over 100 Feastables during their time on the show. Yeah. Thank you guys all for these amazing questions. If you have anything else, you guys can leave them below in the comments, but make sure to follow Catey's socials and my socials. They'll be linked below. And go watch Beast Game Season 2 on Amazon Prime.